Super Mario 3D Land. Well, by no means a bad game. It's a 3D Mario game, and thus has some pretty high expectations set for it. Anyway, let's get on with the review. Let's start out with the gimmicks. The many, many, many gimmicks. The name of this game is based off of the Game Boy Mario game Super Mario Land. It has nothing to do with Super Mario Land. It is actually based off Super Mario Bros. 3. For some reason, learn how to title stuff, Nintendo, seriously. Because it's based off of 3, it has a huge use of the Tanuki suit power-up. Except for in this game, it's a leaf. And you can't fly with it, you can only hover. And you can't turn into a statue. To do that, you need an upgrade. You also get an upgraded version of the hammer suit from Bros 3. Anyway, Tanuki suits and getting targeted by PETA aren't its only gimmicks. It also has star coins! In case you haven't played a recent Mario game, star coins are collectibles that can unlock levels. You should be getting more than enough to unlock all the levels. And you can also get free star coin minigames from Street Pass or Spot Pass. I get the two mixed up. The final gimmick is 3D, which is completely stupid and pointless and causes headaches and has no use for the actual game. But as the flagship game for a new console that has a 3D gimmick, I can understand it. I'll talk more about 3D when I go on and talk about graphics. Now on to the graphics so I can rant some more. Super Mario 3D Land is way too long to say on a regular basis. I'm gonna call it 5 for reasons you don't know yet, but maybe you've guessed. Anyway, 5 looks amazing. It really shows off the power of the 3DS and shows that the 3DS was more than a 3D DS. No, it's a 3D 2DS. You have no clue what I just said, do you? Anyway, the levels look amazing and very reminiscent of the new Super Mario Bros. Games. Since I'm counting 3D as graphical, I'm going to have to take off some points for it. It is a huge gimmick and isn't remotely useful. Even in sections designed to be used in 3D, 3D doesn't make the game even easier. To be fair, the game wasn't that hard to begin with. Now on to difficulty! Holy crap, this game is so easy! The levels themselves aren't the problem. Although the first worlds are easy, eventually the game gets some challenge. The problem is the death reward. Yep, they reward you for dying. When you die a certain amount of times, you get a white leaf, which gives you the combined powers of a star and a leaf. If you die a few times after that, you get P-Wing, which automatically takes you to the flagpole. What makes it worse is the fact that they abruptly take away your game-breaking powers when the levels actually become challenging in the second half of the game. You can skip to the end on 1-1, but not on that annoying tower level where you have to fight on a moving platform with enemies. Man, I hate that level, it's so hard. Anyway, these power-ups can be gotten easily because lives are super plentiful. I believe, actually, the lives should not be as plentiful as they are. I'm sorry. I believe, I might be wrong here, bad memory, that all the seconds you have left on the clock when you beat the level go into your coins. 100 coins get you a life, infinite lives. Also, star coins have difficult placement, which is the only reason you're ever gonna die. If you're just going through the game casually, you will never die. So that's my little rant about this game's weird difficulty. First too easy, then when it gets hard, it gets really hard. Really should stick to the script. Now on to something that's super scripted. The story. See what I got? See what I went there? That joke was bad. For anyone who has somehow never played a Mario platformer, the stories tend to, well, how do I put this? They suck! 3D Land is no exception, but Mario games tend to be pure gameplay, and the gameplay in this game is awesome. You see where this is going, right? Let's talk about why Super Mario 3D Land, 5, is different from 64 and the Galaxies. But first, let's all take a minute to look at that one dude who did not see where I was going with. Okay, man, it's way too long. Anyway, in the old 3D Marios, and by them I mean a few years ago, you go to different worlds and explore and find stars. In this game, you go on a linear path to the flag pool. Other differences include the importance of power-ups, lack of a hub world, and how health is dealt with. Now then, pretend those amazing games for the Wii and N64 never existed. Hey, this is a 2D Mario just in 3D with 3D. Did you get that? Nope. Oh well. Anyway, this game is not similar to, like, for example, Super Mario Galaxy. It's more like the new Super Mario Bros. Games. Not that that's a bad thing, those are fine games, but it's different and it's good for different reasons than the Galaxy games. Anyway, this is a bridge between 2D and 3D. That's what I'm going for. I read that in another review, I forget which, but that's where I'm copying that sentence from. So, this game does have great gameplay. It's very creative. No world is the same. Okay, that's a lie. A few are the same and just speedruns. It has nice creative levels. It's got creative worlds. Near perfect gameplay. Now then, what's this game's final score? Oh wait, first I've got to nitpick. Mind game rules, auto-scrolling, repetitive bosses, water levels, making you replay all 96 levels for the secret level, pointless time limits, and terrible 3D are these games' flaws. This has been nitpicking, now on to the final score! This game gets from me an 85 out of 100. A B. This is a great game, despite having some flaws. The 3D is useless, the difficulty is screwed up, I have a few more complaints, they're just nitpicking, but still, it doesn't affect the game too much. I would recommend buying it. Till next time, my name is The Ultimate Sprite Knight signing off. Peace!